I can't make this up. There's literally 2 police cars outside of my window that just pulled over a car right as I'm about to film. Hello? Hello, you beautiful human beings. It's your host, Morgan, and I am back with another Mini Pod Monday. If you are watching the visual, there are flashing blue and red lights outside of my window right now. Half of me really wants to just be nosy and look out the window and just stare and see what's going down. The other part of me is like, maybe I should stop filming and, move away from the window in case anything goes down. But in reality, I think I'm just going to keep filming. So I'm going to turn the light on, but I turn it off just so you can see the blinking lights. I have been the most terrible host, honestly. I have not posted for quite some time, and I apologize. I was consistent for a while, and I was really trying, but these past 3, honestly even 4 weeks of my life have been just so insane. I just graduated. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I've just been dealing with finals week and all of the end of year celebrations, bar crawls, team barbecues, and friends meeting up for the last time. And I'm a senior, so it really is our last time. And honestly, it's hard to put into words. It's just been a really crazy past couple of weeks, and I'm excited to break it down a little bit. A quick little side tangent. I watch a lot of different podcasts. One of the podcasts that I watch is Alex Earl. I feel like I've mentioned this in one of the past episodes, but I really like the way that she incorporates videos into her podcast. I think that I am someone who vlogs a lot. Like, I literally vlog almost every single day. I'm not even kidding you. I just never upload it anywhere. I have thousands and thousands of videos inside of my camera roll. And so I think I really want to start making my podcast into what I used to call a storytime vlog. That's kind of a dumb name for it, but basically I just want to have a podcast where I can also incorporate the visuals, and you guys can come along and see what I'm actually talking about instead of just sitting here and talking about it. Because for a while I was taking my little break from posting these, I was really trying to figure out why. I don't know, something wasn't clicking, because I'm like, who's gonna listen to me sit here and talk for an hour straight without some type of entertainment? I wish I was some hilarious comedian that just had people on their toes dying, but that's not me, and I'm gonna be realistic. I'm really just here to share my story and create my own little video journal. So enough rambling there. I think today is going to be the very first video that I upload with also visuals. So if you're listening in just audio format, then I would suggest hopping over to YouTube and watching the visual version, because you guys can come along and see all of the things that I'm talking about, and it's going to be a lot more interactive and entertaining overall. So let's do that. Alright, so on my little Google Doc here, I've created a list of events that have happened since the last time that I talked to you guys. And boy, is it long. It takes up an entire page. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So I'm going to take you guys back all the way to April 8th, which was when we had a solar eclipse. And I think it was also my roommate's birthday. It was. And so this is about a month before my finals week, and everything started picking up. Life was good. I was chilling. I was going to my classes. I had work. On the days that I had lighter class schedules, I was still at lacrosse practice. Blah, blah, blah. The usual. We had this big solar eclipse that's only supposed to happen one every 50 years or something. I don't know. Don't quote me. Don't really know the details about that. But it was really cool. Everybody from my school, I've never seen so many people in our quad in my life. I will put up a couple videos here so that you can see, but there were so many people there. It was actually really cool. It was just not something that you see every day, and it was fun to have the entire school show out for something like that. And everybody had picnics, and they were with their friends, and they were on blankets, and there were people with guitars, and there were people who were interviewing. I got interviewed by our local news station about it, and it was just really fun. It was a beautiful day. We saw the eclipse. The moon passed over the sun. I'm pretty sure the moon did pass over the sun. And everybody had their glasses on. You're supposed to wear special glasses so that you don't go blind. Me and I think maybe 5, 6 friends were just sitting on a little picnic table. We were playing music. It was a fun time. So the next day after that, it was April 9th, I had my barn dance, and this is my final barn dance. Now, if you don't know what a barn dance is, you're probably not from the Midwest. It's very Midwestern school thing to do, but let me just explain. Basically, for the barn dance, it's a barn that you can rent out, and different organizations do it, like club sports, sororities, frats, whatever the occasion is. People who do it for different things, and you rent out this barn. They get a school bus, a couple different school buses full of kids. They drive them out to the barn. Everybody dresses up in their like cowgirl boots and their hats and whatever the cute little outfits, and they have bonfires there. Everybody's drinking. You dance inside of the barn. It's a great time. It's pretty popular at my school, so I was feeling pretty sentimental with all my other seniors because it was our last one, and we were like, oh, last barn dance. They play a bunch of country music, and I didn't even listen to country that much, but honestly, going to the University of Illinois, like, I've learned so many country songs. It's ridiculous. Like, I probably do know all the songs after 4 years of being here. But we had a great time. They do tractor rides where they pull a bunch of drunk kids on the back of a tractor. Then a couple days later, it was a Friday, I had my last lacrosse game. It was so cute. It was our senior night, so all the parents came. All the friends came. My team got champagne bottles and flowers and a poster for all their seniors, including me. And it was just so sweet, honestly. I toughed it out. I didn't cry, but it made me really feel like all warm and fuzzy inside because, I don't know, I've been on this team for 4 years and I've watched people go and I've watched new people come in. But like no matter what, my team was always full of great girls and they were so close and great vibes. Like there's not a lot of beef or anything. It wasn't like giving sororities. Like the lacrosse team was so much fun. I love all of those girls. Everybody who joined was lovely. It was just sad that it was ending. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been surrounded by these people for so many years and now I'm maybe never going to see them again. And that's the reality for like any of these things. So it makes me sad just thinking about it. Oh my God. Anyway, so April 12th, we have our last lacrosse game. I think I shot 3 goals. I shot 4 and like made 3. One of them didn't count because I like stepped over the crease or something. Yeah, it was a really good game. It was so much fun. I actually performed really well. I think it was because my mom was there. I was like, oh, it's my senior night. My mom came all this way to see me play. Like I have to show out a little bit. I know I made 3 goals for certain, and then I think I made a 4th one, but it wasn't counted because I like stepped over the line. But I was pushed. And you know what's crazy? The team that we played actually was short on players, so we had to give some of our younger players over to their team, and it was my own teammate, guys. My own teammate pushed me and I got a bruise from that, and then also my shot didn't count, so I was like, thanks, shorty. But anyway, it's all fun and games. No hate, for real. So yeah, that was really nice. We took a bunch of pictures with the parents, with my friends, my teammates, my coaches, wow, I can't talk, my coaches. And then our new mascot, the Kingfisher, came and surprised us too. It's really interesting looking in person and it's hilarious. So we got to get a laugh out of that. Then that was the start of Mom's weekend. So after that, we went to this bar called Brothers, and it was like me and my mom and my roommate, her mom, one of my friends, and my other roommate. It was just like a bunch of people, So we all were like just playing pool, having a good time, just chatting it up, drinking a little bit. Some of the parents didn't drink, so not everybody drank, but it was a cool, chill night. We were there for a little bit of time, probably like an hour or two, and then we left. Went home, got our sleep because we were going to have a very eventful next day. Saturday comes around, beautiful day, by the way. It was gorgeous outside. The town is crawling with parents and kids. It's so cute to see like everybody walking around with their parents and everybody walking around with their mom. Like these big old buff frat guys are waiting for their moms, walking in heels. I don't know, it's just adorable. Like the town becomes so lively when there are events like this, football games, parent weekends. I love it. It's just adorable to see. During the Mom's weekend, I took my mom to basically just tour the campus. I showed her the quad, some of the places that I have classes. We got some coffee. We went to the Union, which is like this big main building that hosted a market, I guess. I don't even know what you call it, but there's just a bunch of different little vendors who were selling things, and we got to walk around, and it was so cute. We bought some stuff, we did some shopping. During Mom's weekend, we also went to an escape room. And mind you, we are actually such boss people for this, because they said only like 18.7% or something in the teen percent of people solve it, and we solved it. And we had like 6 minutes to spare. Don't quote me on that. I can honestly look. I'll put the pictures here, but we did that, and our team was amazing. We worked so well together. I think that was the most fun I've ever had in an escape room. It was crazy. Things were opening, different rooms. There were noises. You had to like crack all these codes. Books had hidden things inside of them, and you gotta put pictures to a crime investigation. It's just like crazy, random fun. And it was a really good team bonding moment there. And so, yeah, I think we also went out to this, it's a bar, but they serve really good food, and they had such a wide variety of things. Everybody got something different. We got to chatting. The moms really started to hit it off. They were cracking us up the whole night, and then we came back. I think we played some card games. We played a bunch of card games. It was getting serious. I'll put a video or two in for you to see that, because elbows were getting thrown, people were getting cut. It was like every man for themselves. It was just really funny. We were playing spoons, I think. We were playing spoons, and we played a couple other games, and it was just fun. We were drinking wine and champagne, and everybody got a little bit silly, and it was a wonderful time. It was really great vibes, and I loved it. Cherished that day. Okay, so after Mom's weekend, the next weekend, I had 3 main events on campus all in one day. There we go. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but anyway, it was 420, mind you, 420. And I didn't even partake, so I'm just setting the vibe. It's 420, you're on a college campus, it's legal in Illinois, there's a dispensary on multiple corners. People were happy that day, to say the least. And people were also drunk that day. We had a football game. It wasn't a legit football game, like we weren't playing a different team, we were playing against ourselves, but I guess they do that to figure out who's the starting lineup, second lineup, third, however many lines they have. So there were still people who were tailgating. We went to a little tailgate. People started drinking early. It was like 9:30, 10 a.m. type early. I didn't get there until later because, I take forever to get ready in the morning, but people were drinking early. And so we went to the tailgate. I met some of my teammates. I was with my friend Sebi. We went in, we watched the game for a little bit. It wasn't really the vibe. Like, there weren't a whole lot of people. It was fun for a little bit, but then we left. We went home, took a couple shots, and then we had the CAMS event. Now, if you don't know what CAMS is like one of the main bars on our campus. It's got 2 floors. It's been recently renovated, and all the kids love it here. So, CAMS had an event where they broke the world's record for largest alcoholic beverage. And honestly, I want to unfold this for a second, because I was actually very disappointed. I thought it was going to be like a giant red Solo cup where they just had like the biggest beverage, or maybe in a beer mug, a giant beer mug or something. But when I got there, it was in a tank. The least aesthetically pleasing thing that they could have done. A tank. I was so disappointed, but I moved on because they gave us these things called big cups. Let me see if I can find a big cup really quickly. Hold on. Okay, I'm back and I have it. This is a big cup. It is the size of my head. I think we got these for $5, and then after that, you could just get as many free refills as you wanted. So, when I tell you, it was bumping in CAMS that day when they broke the world's record. It was actually kind of cool. What they did was take the Gatorade containers, and they were pumping it from the big giant tank into the Gatorade coolers. Then they were taking the coolers, putting them behind the bars, and then pouring it into people's big cups. So they were working like clockwork, man. The employees were putting in overtime that day, let me tell you. But all the customers enjoyed their time, including me. Let's just say I'm so happy that CAMS is very close to where I live, because that day, the juice got me, guys. The juice got me. I'm not gonna lie. And it's a big old cup. I would just get it filled, and then I would share with some of my friends, because I cannot be held viable for a full cup of alcoholic. That's like, no, don't put that in my hands, especially because I'm probably just going to spill it, you know? That is the most likely thing. And then also, I'm just going to keep sipping because I'm socially awkward, and what else do you do? No, I'm kidding. But the more loose you get, the more you forget that there's alcohol in the drink that you're holding, and you're just sipping it because it's like, oh, this kind of tastes good. Especially because they put all of the soda and the flavor fruity mixes in there. I'm drinking it like it's a Capri Sun. It's not. And then you remember when it hits you, you know? I went on a tangent there, but that was that Saturday. Very eventful day. Hung out with friends. Actually, that day was crazy. Now that I'm thinking about it, I came home, instantly napped. My friend took a video of him, like, trying to wake me up, and I was just stone cold out. I walked back from the bar, and I hit the bed, fell asleep for, like, 2 hours. I wake up, I walk outside, I see my friend, and he invited all of his friends. I was just here sleeping. And I honestly don't have a problem with it. Like, I'm not talking mess, but I just woke up so confused. 2 hours later, I was just at a bar, and now I'm waking up in my bed. What's going on? Go outside. I'm like, wait, I wasn't even with these people earlier. What happened? What time is it? I'm so confused. They're all like, hey, you've been sleeping for a while. And I'm like, yeah, I could use some water right now. Hi, welcome in. And then as I was turning around to go get water, my roommate comes in, and she was on an apartment crawl with her work friends and some other friends. So she walks in, and in comes another, like, probably 15 people with her. And I just woke up barely 3 minutes earlier, 2-3 minutes max. And so I am, like, still a little bit tipsy from the drinks that I had earlier. I'm like, there's so many people in my house. I just need some water. So I go into the kitchen, get water, come back out, feeling better. I can socialize. They bring in this big old jug of jungle juice. What did I do? I drank the jungle juice. Why did I drink the jungle juice? Because people were saying that they were leaving to go back out to the bars. And I'm like, I just took a 2-hour nap. I'm sitting there eating food, watching all the people in my house. Like, what's up? Nice to meet you. Thank you for the juice. Word on the street is people are going back out to the bars. I just took my 2-hour nap. I just ate some food. I'm feeling revived. I had my water. So after drinking some jungle juice, I go back out. I went to this little bar called GSC. GSC is like the bar that stays open the latest on campus. 21 plus, but honestly, you didn't hear this from me, but they let in people who are younger than 21. Just be smooth with it, you know? I went to the bar, saw some people I would love to see, saw some people I didn't want to see. I just continued to live my life, and I had a fun night, and that was the end of that. Within a span of like 2 weeks, both of my roommates, or two of the three of my roommates had birthdays. And so we did some birthday celebrations with them. We have a little tradition in our apartment when it's somebody's birthday, we'll like get them a little cake, and we'll knock on their door at midnight, and we'll give them like little wine or shooters or candy that they like, maybe some chips, you know, whatever little presents that we all like put together. So we had those couple birthdays. We go out usually for birthdays, so that's what we did there. Then on April 24th, I had my formal, and my formal was fun because I didn't go with a date. I just went with all of my roommates, and this was the first time in a really long time that all four of us were like actually together, because I don't know, it's our senior year. We have busy schedules. There's a lot happening in life, and we just don't see each other. We'll see each other in passing, but we're not all together that frequently. So it was nice to go to the formal with the girls. I was also there with my lacrosse team, and it was an all-sports formal, so there were people from all different teams. I'm trying to think, did anything significant happen? No, I bought a little cute green dress for it, though, which I love. Yeah, I mean, I did a handstand in a dress, which I really shouldn't have. I don't know why anybody encouraged me to do that. I wanted to do it, but nobody stopped me, and that's where things went south. But it was a pretty chill night. Oh my god, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So the security told me at the door that I could not bring in my pepper spray. I get this a lot, like whenever I try to go into, let's say, a concert or the football stadium or any sort of event, they always say you have to leave the pepper spray outside. So I always end up like hiding it under a bush somewhere or hiding it in any place that I can and praying that nobody picks it up. Now, I took my pepper spray and I went and I hid it like in between two poles on the side of the building next to some rocks. And I was like, great spot. Nobody's going to see it there. Go back inside, have my night, come back out. And at the end of the night, I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, I don't think it's here. It was. Don't worry. I pick it up. I look at it and my keys were attached to it, guys. I had just placed it outside where people could easily grab it. Both of my keys to my apartment and to my bedroom door were attached, and I didn't even notice. So that could have been really bad, but thankfully it was all good. Whenever I go out, I intentionally take off my car keys because I know that I'm clumsy and I've lost my keys countless times. So I have taken precautions and I have gotten smarter over the years. And I always take my car keys off, but my home keys I obviously need to get in. So thankfully, all was well with that. Okay, so during this time or a little bit after, there were protests on the campus that started to appear. And I think the first one that I saw was on the side of our quad. I have a class, Gregory Hall, if you know it. And it was 10 in the morning because I had a 10 a.m. class and I was walking to my class and I looked to the left where there's like our bookstore, Starbucks, all of this. It's a bus route where the buses come in and out and there are bus stops there where people wait. Now that area was blocked off. There were cop cars, there were people with signs, there was somebody with a microphone like speaking, they were doing chants, blah, 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 you know, like typical protest things. So that was the very first one that I saw. I didn't really know what was going on at first. I just saw a bunch of cop cars and sirens and stuff. And I don't know why, guys, they were literally playing the sirens over, like trying to drown out the noise of the protesters. And it was just so rowdy. And it was 10 in the morning. I had just woken up an hour ago. I was like, no, I'm not dealing with this. Instantly hit a beeline to my class. Didn't go check out what was going on. I was like, I want none of this. I don't know what's going on, but I choose life. So I go in the other direction. I come back out. They're still there. I'm like, okay, well, clearly this isn't like something serious, like not a crime scene or anything. So I check it out. I'm like, oh, it's a protest. They're talking, blah, blah, blah. They eventually gave up and turned off the sirens. And so that was that. And then a couple days later, I think they started protesting outside of our union, which again is like the main center building of our campus. It's got like food courts and a bowling alley and study areas and just a bunch of stuff. So we were getting like emails about that, like how they were, I think the protest started getting a little bit violent. I don't know all of the details. I can try to dig it up and take a screenshot of it. But all I know is something went south with the second protest that they did. The administration was upset. The protesters were upset. People were posting a bunch of like different things online. I'm trying to speak as neutrally about this as possible because I really am not the most informed person on this subject, but I'm just like telling it from my perspective, what I've been seeing, what I've been noticing is going on campus. After that, the third time that I saw the protests, they were on the center of our campus, and this is like in the center of the quad. And they had tents put up and they started sleeping there. And they were there all night, all day. They had signs put up. There was a camera. I think they were like live streaming 24/7. Yeah, they were there for a minute. And I mean a minute. So much so that I was walking past the quad today actually. And the grass still is like yellow in different areas. There's patches of yellow because of how long the tents were up. So they definitely made their mark there. So during the time of all of this protest going on, oh my God, there are like 2 fruit flies in my room and I want to strangle them because they're teasing me, guys. They're actually taunting me. They're going around my head in a circle and I can't catch them and I can't get rid of them. And I think it's because I have sugar water with the dead flowers that are in the back because I really need to just take it out and dump the water. But the fruit flies, they're driving me insane. I'm so sorry. If I seem distracted, it's because I am. They're getting me so heated. Like, I've never wanted to fight something tinier in my life. Anyway, that was not very composed of me. During that time of the protests, I was doing a lot of graduation shopping for my shoes, my dress, all that sort of stuff. You gotta shop for the actual cap and gown, all that fun stuff. A few days later, on April 28th, NLE Choppa came to perform a concert on our campus. I don't know how they pick these people. We have this thing called Spring Jam, and every single year they pick a different artist to come and perform. Last year it was Sean Kingston. This year it was NLE Choppa. Guys, why is NLE Choppa so attractive? That man is chiseled to the T. Like, he took his shirt off at one point and half the crowd fainted. He's got like rock hard abs. This man is beautiful. I don't know anything about him as a person, so I can't vouch for character, but first looks, he is beautiful. And so it was a very fun concert. It was fun to look at him. It was fun to hear some of the songs. I only knew a few, but he had a lot of energy. He had the crowd hyped. It was fun. It was funny. But he came 2 hours late. Guys, 2 hours late. We got in. Only the first 200 people, or I don't know the exact number, but let's say 200 people who got in got this wristband to go onto the floor, and everybody else had to sit in the seats. We got there early, so we got the wristbands. We were waiting. At first, they were like, oh, he's going to be 30 minutes late. Then they were like, oh, it's looking like he's going to be an hour late. At the hour mark, the security people who were on the floor, they were like, okay, we just got word that he just landed. He was supposed to be starting right now, and he just landed on the plane. So we're like, oh my God, he's at this airport. It's going to take him a minute to get here, get settled, get ready, mic'd up and everything, and get on stage. So me and my friends, we leave, we go. Honestly, we walk to the liquor store. We walk to the closest liquor store. We get some shooters. Or no, we didn't even get shooters. Honestly, we're classier than that. We're seniors. We got mixed drinks, like beatboxes. I don't know. I got some random drink I've never tried before. I just wanted to try it. It was good. It was really good. So we get those drinks. We're drinking them on the way back. We're literally walking down this busy road. It's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. You're seeing people get off work and stuff, and we're just sitting here walking down the street drinking it. We throw it away. We go back into the concert. We wait for another 15 minutes, I'd say 15-20 minutes, and then he finally gets on. So we're having a good time, blah blah blah, we're partying it up, and then we finally leave. A couple days later, on May 3rd, was a really fun day. My lacrosse team had a bar crawl, and we had a wig-themed bar crawl. So the wig that I had actually was from my Halloween costume in October, which, funny enough, I vividly remember saying I will never ever use this wig again because it was for Cruella de Vil, and I'm like, why would I ever wear half white, half black wig in my life? Like, I look crazy. But thankfully, we had this bar crawl, and I got to show my old wig a little bit of light. So she came out to play. We went to a couple different bars. I think we went to Legends, we went to Cam's, and maybe people went to Lion after, but I think I just went home. I didn't do all three. I'm an old lady now, I can't keep up with the young kids like that. So I know when it's bedtime for me. And bedtime's getting earlier and earlier by the day. So if you have made it this far into the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm actually going to make a part 2 of this video because it is way too long to upload in one piece. And so I'm going to be editing it in 2 different parts. If you're seeing this right now, then part 2 will be uploaded next Monday. So tune in for that. But yeah, I love you guys. Stay beautiful. Have a great day. Bye.